Bottom of this distribution, this area is held as well the entire time. Now the cumulative delta is coming in hard, but you know, there was already a 10-point bounce there. It's crazy. There it goes again. 20-point bounce. 80 ticks in seconds if you just buy that area. I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute. Maybe this will clear it up a little bit. All right. So we also have this.
Asset on job status says that we need to do a better job of adjusting data, and revisions have been huge.
So I see this currently as the buy area. And this has been the sell area. Actually, I can move that a little bit lower. As you can see on the volume profile. And then we have a whole bunch of other confluence. We have upper band on both the intraday and the anchored VWAP from the news candle. Down here we have lower band of the news candle VWAP and then VWAP itself and this extension on the initial balance. So a lot of levels lining up. So this is our, until it changes,
We will want to consider what moves it will make.
You know, we're just doing this between those levels.
I'm not concerned about benchmark provisions. Hazard on the Fed says, I expect they will discuss a higher cut.
Hey Wiley, I'm capturing a anchored VWAP from about 8:15. So I'm including from where the news started. So special circumstances today. This is my volume profile area. So I'm capturing more data, Wiley, because I want to include all of this. I don't want to include that news move in my volume profile, which gives me these levels currently.
Hazard on job status says there is a cash with.
Yeah, unless it's a giant, you know, bear trap. I don't know. Prices so far is confirming the moves.
1 minute to go down to the Canadian PMI data.
There's that.
Hazard on job says that I'm confident that native born workers are replacing legal workers. Ten seconds.
ES broke VWAP. All the other indices are holding. There it goes. It's at a stop run. If we start trading above it, that could very well have been a stop run. Let's look for strength in the opposite direction.
have first equal Canadian Ivy PMI August reports on feed for those interested.
Oh, it's weak. It's breaking. We got an LVN right here too. Does it melt right through it? Got filled a couple of contracts there. Yes. Right off the LVN there, guys. 808. Quick bounce. Already out. That's the LVN right there. See if it holds. Already bounced off it. Now we're going through.
Losing the S&P 500 pairing earlier gains.
Oh, it held. Fleshed it out a little bit.
Spot 1.5%.
Long again on the reclaim here. See if we can get some continuation.
Spot 85%.
Come on now. Here we go. Nice trade. Yeah, I know it's a lot, Logger. Like, admittedly, there's a lot on the screen. But also, we're taking like 3 or 4 time frames and putting on one screen, and we're trying to look at a lot of different variables to match up. So it can be confusing at first, but the more you use it, the less confusing it will be. Well, on a 50K, what, you have $2,500 drawdown. That's only in a PA, right? It's not an evaluation. And that's not a consistency rule, I don't think. It's like a risk management rule. Consistency means you can't have more than 30%. One day's can't be more than 30% profit. That's a consistency rule. The 30% rule on Apex is you can't risk more than 30% of your drawdown or your profits on any single trade. So it's a little different. And it's only in PAs, it's not in evaluations. So if you have $2,500 in drawdown, you can risk $750 per trade. It's like a fighter pilot. And Michael, like, also, I've been doing it for so long, and I've been, I forget how overwhelming it can all look. So I think the fighter pilot, like in a cockpit, is a great analogy because I can identify that. If you sat me down in a pilot's chair, I would look at all those buttons and dials, and I would be completely lost. So it's an interesting reclaim, guys. That could have been just a stop run. Obviously we're starting to trend down a little bit. But I like that we've reclaimed some key price levels. Now that's not a guarantee of anything. But I am going to try and get long on that little pullback there. See if it holds or we go lower. Here goes. Come on. I don't like breaking below it. Now we're kind of chopping around things here. If it breaks, I'm out. All right, I'm out.
Japanese yen rising 1% for a session high against the US dollar.
Come on. Very tricky price action. Okay. Let's see where that puts me at here. 800 bucks, huh? Down 800 in this account now. Gotta crawl myself out of 800. Margaret, that's the news. It's capturing from the news candle. That volume profile on the left. So it starts at around, I have it starting around, I don't know, 8:15.
Bank of America sees 2025 Fed rate cuts versus 0 previously.
So ES is at almost its second standard deviation. We got NQ coming down to its one standard down here. All right. Chuck is the pivot man. Got almost 100 people in the Discord listening in. We're going to do a giveaway, guys, around 11 o'clock or when the market slows down. We're going to do an Apex Trader funding account and top one account. Nice, big time. Big me. Morning, 50 trades. Stylox. Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Be sure to like that button. Hit the like button. We're going to be giving away some accounts. Or as they love to say, smash that like button. So now I feel like I missed this trade, and that sucks. Already missed it. One standard deviation ban. It's up, 20 points already. 80 ticks, just like that. Now we have this low volume node in the way as well. Much lower is this thing going to go, huh?
So Bank of America Global Research expect the Fed to deliver again 225 basis point cuts each in September and December this year, from the prior forecast of no cuts following the NFP data.
Down $500 now. Slow recovery it is. This behavior, this price behavior reminds me a lot of what happened in February before the market tanked by 20%. All right, we got a little price discovery breakdown here. Let's see if it holds. We're gonna start looking for shorts. Unless strength comes back in and we reclaim the value area up here, but otherwise, market's going down. Thank you, Gareth. Appreciate it, brother. Going downtown. You know, I don't know if I would expect one without a little bit of a short squeeze. They're not going to make it that easy for everybody, you think? I don't think they are. Break. Kind of chopping around this lower band here. Let's go. Come on. Reverse. So we have a low volume node down at 720. Seems like a bleed. I'd like to go down to 720. Here we go.
Says Jerome, too late, pal. Should have lowered rates long ago. As usual, he's too late.
Yeah, absolutely. Oliver, I agree with you 100%. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, it didn't quite get there. Well, lower high starting to look like, this could be like a bit of a head and shoulders. I mean, this could just be a, nothing is confirmed here yet. I don't think. Upward trend from Tuesday is still intact. Tuesday's low. We're still green on the day, mind you. And Q closed down at like 670. So another 80 points, then we'll be flat on the close from yesterday, which was a bullish move. All right, 7. This is kind of the area I was watching for that low volume node, but it seems to be melting right through it.
US index is here, just extending these, pairing back with James in the red now, down spot 2% in the S&P 500.
Wow.
And that's the S&P.
That one didn't work either.
From the NFP report this morning, now down spot 2%.
Bitcoin. Look at that candle on Bitcoin, guys. Everything's going down except for gold. Gold's holding in there, guys. S&P is now red. So we're going to be giving away some accounts here in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes or so. So at this point, I have to wait for some type of structure. It's a little late for me to get short. Traded like a madman. Way too many trades to be up 500 bucks. I was short and long this entire way down. Caught a bid, shorted it, just way too much trying to catch every wiggle here. Because there's no real setups, right? So this is what happens. Yeah. I don't trust anything yet. That was also the IB extension right here at 85. Seems to be like a little bit of a low volume pullback so far. There you go. When do we join the party short, huh? We'll get a big enough pullback.
Dropping the S&P 500, extending now to spot 3%.
Dang. Crazy. Still short one. It's 91. It's 30 points. Just like that. Seconds. Harsh sell-off. Now we got weekly upper band at 33. Maybe I hit the reverse button at 33. I stopped fighting it. Started going short. Now it's just all short momentum now. See if we can get down to 33. What a sell-off. Crazy. Never know what to expect in these markets, guys. Never know. You think we know. I mean, our price action was here, was straight up. Now it's straight down. Look at these rotations. That's news for you. So this candle from here to here to the high, 174 points. From high to low at the open, 250 points. Still like the short. Still going to try and get short here. I feel like we got to go down to 33. At least test that upper band. There we go. Give me price discovery continuation, or give me death.
after that Google is said to be hit with an EU antitrust.
All right, here we go.
Ad tech taxes later on Friday, according to sources. So this ad tech fine was previously delayed. It does appear that this is
Going to start looking long a little bit down here. At least for an intermediary bounce. Long at 58, but room to add. 5 micros. One off here. Because now we have this extension. A little bit of a low volume node at the same spot. We got to break above 86. You can get a bit of a squeeze, I think, if we do. Yeah, I see the distribution. Almost as more contracts than yesterday's on trading micros. That's kind of pathetic. I have more in commissions than I have in profit. All right, here we go. Weekly upper band. This is the spot.
S&P extended drop now to 4.45%.
S&P's down 0.5%. That's crazy. All right, this is my chance to actually make more in profits than I have commission. I have 10 micros long at 38.25. See if we get some continuation. A little bit of an intermediate reversal here. So this is a higher time frame level, so I got to be a little more patient with this one. And we have an initial balance. Probably a huge one too. 273 point initial balance. All right, we got our Madonna trade right here. Boom. Come on, keep going. I need this. Nice, Carlos. Crushed it. Yeah, we've had a good trading day so far. Now, if this level can just hold, we can run another 50 points, I will be happy. Until then, not happy. Well, now's your opportunity to go long, Chuck. We got initial balance low and weekly upper band in the same spot. buyers can just step in and do their job, it would be nice. So I'm looking to get back up to 85. 85 is my profit target. It'll be a 50-point bounce if we can get it. Can't go straight down all day, right? Right? Yeah, 86 is the ledge. Right, Jonathan? Exactly. I'm looking to just get to the other side of this value area. Nothing crazy. Just find a little support here, weekly upper band, which we did. We went up 25 points. We did catch a bounce there. There we go. There we go. Come on. Send it. Can somebody send a memo over to Citadel to send it, please? I could have traded this range and hit my 50 points already. Instead of sitting here waiting for this thing to go up 50 points. So I'm going to put an order at 72, 82, 78. It's not looking good, but I'm going to have to be patient. Okay, here's your Madonna trade. It's the weakest day of the hasn't been a single green 5-minute candle since 9:50. Thank you, John. Lots of practice. Here we go. There it is. I almost added down there too. I didn't. Take me up. Looks like Citadel might have gotten the memo. Nope. Send it. Yo. $6.25. I'd like to start. Would you bottom tick that sucker? Pretty damn close. I feel like we're gonna have to give it a little grace. Certainly a battle here. It looks like it's starting to round out a little bit though, so that might be a good sign for longs. I don't like how it's continuing to trade under the upper band here, but I mean, it is a setup though. We're at IB low. It is a setup. That was the first rejection of IB low. That was a fade value area extremes, the value area being the initial balance. See how I just justified that? It was confirmation bias at work. Who attended class yesterday? And guys, if you see me being down 1,000 ticks, don't worry. That's 100 ticks on per micro. Dude, market is bleeding out. Oh, pivot one, that means add, right? Chuck, that's what that means. Add, he said. Chuck said add. Come on. Dude, sellers are so aggressive. Every time there's like the slightest bit of buying momentum starting up, it just gets crushed. First entry short. I mean, we had one way up in the 800s. We had one at 872, and then we had a return to value. But like, who would have known to hold it all this way? No, there's no way. All right, now I got to cut that one. Flat. Flat. Watch that be the bottom. Just watch. What's gold doing? Gold back down to VWAP. All right, there is a low volume node here. All right, 15 minutes. We're going to do our giveaway, guys. Nice, Norm. What did you do on the 0 day? Did you do a put? Oh, interesting. Nice. Oh, short call. Gotcha. We're kind of just bleeding out on lower volume now. There hasn't been a single capitulation candle. Let's look at the 2 minute. Oh, gold had a VWAP bounce, guys. Nobody called that one out. I've been trading Apex accounts and a top one account today. I just passed one evaluation today on an Apex. I'm on day 4 in a top one, straight to fund it. And I'm going to give away an Apex account. It says market is in price discovery mode, so why play the small bounce? Because we haven't had a short entry. A minute, it's gone straight down. You can't manage risk if you're just chasing price and shorting it as it goes straight down. That might work once in a while, but eventually you're chasing price and you're going to get squeezed. So we haven't had a proper short setup. Gone straight down. Where's the setup in this? How do you manage risk in that? If you're not already short, you're screwed. It's not a killer for me because I'm a scalper and I generally do well in those. Well, there's higher time frame longs. Now you guys are taking this day in a bubble, right? Like how price doesn't usually just go straight down. It's nice when it does, but you're taking one day out of the last how many sessions where it's not done this. But you know, if you guys are making money, you probably wouldn't be, you know, come on now. Did you guys grab the short? If you did, congratulations. Where did you get in and how long did you hold it for? No, it's not looking good. I closed mine for a loss. I mean, it did bounce at IB low, Roadrunner. You got a, you know, it depends on how much you're looking for, right? IB low, you got a 35-point bounce. 120 ticks. How many ticks you're looking for? Cool. Of course, there's a shift in momentum off a VWAP bounce. We came to VWAP and we went up 73 points, 280 ticks. We're not going up nearly 300 ticks without a momentum shift. Almost 80 points. It's just kind of a bleed out so far. No real buyers. We'll wait. We'll do the giveaway in about 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't look at RSI. It really has nothing to do with how we look at the market. Overbought, oversold. How long do you think the RSI has been oversold during this move down? Nice, Mike. Good job. He's up 500 back to 55K on his PA with Apex. Have been accepted on the 29th with his payout. Just waiting for message and email. Awesome, my bro. Good job, brother. Hulu momentum is time frame dependent, right? So, you know, if you're looking at this is a pullback in an uptrend currently until we made a lower high and then it was a downtrend. And if you don't understand the system, I have tons of videos and an entire course. I'm not going to teach you the entire system on my live trading feed, right? That's what the videos are for. You know, I have 100 people in here. I have 200 people over here watching live trading, and you want me to give you a lesson on the trading system. That's what the videos are for. All right, there is a little bit of shift here. All right, so I'm going to get involved. We did hold this low volume node on the higher time frame. So maybe we take this up to 630, 620 first. Here we go. All right, so this is kind of a low volume node right here. Take a little bit of profit off the table here. Let's see if we can squeeze more out of it. Back up maybe to 660. That'd be another 50 points from here. I'm long at 600. Here we go. Buyers have stepped in here. We're at IB low. So I'm going to take a little bit of profit here. See if we can catch a runner. So upper band is 40. We're about 7 points away from that. So we have to contend with IB low and upper band. So, you know, natural place to take some profits. It's the biggest bounce we've gotten the entire sell-off here. The first green 5-minute candle we've gotten. Point of control is at 44.5. So let's expect at least a return to point of control here at 44.5. I'm going to put some orders in here. And then see if we can catch a runner to the upside. I'll put my stop at break even and see if we can squeeze out a bigger move. Kind of went up to upper band there, didn't it? I'm going to take a little more profit off here. All right, I'm going to put my stop in at break even. I can always get back in. All right, stopped out with the rest at break even. It did get back in. Half the size, though. I got to see this. I'd like to see this 82 hold. And 600. All right, 82. Clear out all those longs. Let's go. Come on. Chuck says uncle. Uncle, uncle. Yeah, no, straight down. We got this little bounce here. It's the first green candle pretty much of the morning. We had 4 small green candles in the morning. All right, I'm uncle as well. Traded over 2,000 contracts. "13-minute trades, you know, this is just not good conducive price action for me anyway. This was the short setup. I was already long from down here, right? So I'm not, I was hoping to get more out of that. Ugly. Just bleeding out. No shit, no turd bounces. I don't even want to look at mine. All right, who wants to get accounts? Yeah, at least you kept your size small. Won half of my trades. Took way too many trades. Buy short, buy short, buy short, buy short. All right. Well, maybe I traded, yeah, I traded over 2,000 micros today. That's crazy. That's also a 300K Apex account. All right, guys, so I'm going to give away an Apex account. If you also want a 300K Apex account, I'm going to give away an evaluation of any size. If you want a 300K Apex, you get a 300K Apex. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to say a word, and you guys are going to put the word in the chat. You only have to do it once. You don't need to spam the chat. Make sure you like the button on YouTube. Guys, if you are in the Discord, do me a favor and go like the YouTube channel, because this is how I get these things to give away. So I'm going to say a word. Everybody's going to put the word in the chat. That's what enters you for the drawing. First, we're going to do an Apex account of any size. If you want a 50K, you get a 50K. Your username only gets entered once for the giveaway. I don't care how you're trying to finagle the system. It's not going to work. Okay? So you're just going to, I'm going to say the word. You're going to put the word in the chat, and then we're going to use ChatGPT to make a list of all the users, and ChatGPT is going to pick a user at random as our winner. Okay? Here we go. Welcome to the Apex giveaway. We're going to be giving away any size evaluation you want. And the word that you're going to put in the chat is red day. Red day, because today was a very red day for the market. All right, let me get ChatGPT up.
NSPM currently unveils a relief package for tariff hits, such as announces sectors that is announcing a new reskilling package for up to 50,000 workers.
Entered. All right, just so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're doing a giveaway in the Discord and YouTube. Everyone has to say the word red day to be included in the drawing. Each username is only has equal chance of winning. I'm going to paste the transcripts. Please compile a list and pick a winner. Okay? Drum roll, please. Hold on, I gotta do the transcripts first. Okay, we got a Discord. Corey, where you been? Making me put you in late here. All right, now I need to go losing your ass. You trying to long the downtrend like everybody else? Corey, where you been? Okay. Where's the chat? How come I can't open the chat? One second. Okay. Ah, here we go. Got it. All right, red day. What is an Apex account? Somebody said. All right, guys, here we go. Drum roll, please. And the winner is the anticipation is killing me. It's analyzing, guys. It's thinking. Oh, man. Here we go. Texas Yeti. Texas Yeti, you are the winner of whatever size Apex account you would like. Congratulations, Texas Yeti. You are our winner. So all you have to do, Texas, is Discord DM me, and I will get you a code, and that will be available for any size evaluation you'd like. All right? But wait, there's more. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to be giving away a top 1 futures account. This time the word congratulations to our winner, Texas Yeti. Unfortunately, you are not able to win again, but everybody else is capable of winning a top 1 futures trading account. And I think the word that is fitting, or words, is no bounce. Because we had no bounces today. Not yet, anyway. It's almost 11:30. No bounce. Put no bounce in the chat, and you are going to be entered to win a top 1 futures trading account. No bounce. No bounce. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to do it. No bounce. No bounce. Because ironically, this might be the bounce at 23, almost 500. After a nearly 400-point sell-off in the NASDAQ. Ugly. Ugly. Way more aggressive than the uptrend we got from the news. All right, guys, you have 10 more seconds to be entered. The doors are going to be closing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, the doors are closed. I'm going to put the transcripts into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, sure, you can only, you don't have to put it in once. Putting it in multiple times is not going to make you a winner.
Billion euros over ad tech dominance.
But I like your tenacity.
Over 3 billion euros over ad tech dominance.
All right, guys, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Oh, D-Pass wants to be in. He's late. But D-Pass is a good community member, so we're going to make sure he's in the draw.
60-day deadline to tell the EU how it will comply.
I don't want to leave him behind.
The EU orders Google to end ad tech conflicts of interest or be fined over almost 3 billion euros.
Add you to the bottom here. There we go. The winner is Owen. Owen, you are the winner of a top 1 futures account. Owen, congratulations. You're welcome. All you have to do is direct message me on Discord, and I'll make sure you get set up with your top 1 futures account. Congratulations to our winners today. See if you can turn that account into a payout. What better to get a payout on a free account? What fun would that be? All right, guys, let's go look back at the market. Let's see what we're doing here. So, we didn't quite get back down to VWAP here. We might not be done selling off. The cumulative delta.
Decisive action to help refocus Canadian economy is crucial.
Is not all that impressive down here. Back to the lower band. I mean, if you're going to try and short, this would be a good spot. Do something like that. I'll be right back, guys.
We have popped out an article on the financial newsfeed from Financial Times, just giving more detail about the EU hitting Google with 2.95 billion euro antitrust fines, tight trade tensions with the US.
So why was that a good short? Does anybody know what level that was that I saw? It's not on my chart. Actually, I'm seeing it up here. RTH lower band. There it is, Logger. RTH VWAP lower band. All right, ba-boom. There it is. There it is for everybody to see. Now, we just went down to that low volume node. Intraday, low volume node, 64. The one on my chart here, Corey. Now this one right here, RTH lower band. So that was a good one because that was back test of weekly upper band. It was RTH lower band. It was also IB low. And I was in long from down this low volume node. So I covered up here, right around the IB low. Should have flipped short, but I didn't. It's tough to flip short when you're long. No pivot, love. I'm going to leave the pivot love up to you, Chuck. You're just so good at it. It should be now NQ pivot boss. NQ pivot boss. Drop the Ranger. Who thinks Chuck should now be NQ pivot boss? We'll do a poll. Chuck, you have to do whatever the poll says. Pivot Ranger. Yeah, that works. Pivot Ranger sounds a little more light in the loafers. Oh, we're getting an overwhelming majority, Chuck. The Pivonator. The Pivoteer. The Pivoteer. I like. I would say this short is over. Next one to watch would be we can get a bigger rotation up now. Imagine we reclaim this whole down move. That would be epic, and it's totally possible. JP, you missed it. We just renamed Chuck to the Pivoteer. Pivot Pusher. I like Pivot Pusher. Chuck doesn't like Pivoteer. There it is. Yes. I love it. it's pretty sweet, actually. I'm a fan. I am a fan. Awesome, Logger. Yeah, once you get that part, it's all just about managing risk when we're wrong. But we can get some pretty good insight onto the setups and what may work and will probably work. I would still take this trade every day. So I hit a long here, right? Even though we're in a downtrend, right? I would take this trade again any day. I would take this trade again any day. Short, I wish I took that one. No real setup here, which is annoying. But, a little bit of a return to value taking place. So, kind of grindy action to both directions. New shirt. Will it have Chuck's face on it? Pivot Boss. I wasn't watching that. And I didn't hear you call it out either. That would have been helpful. What was I doing? So Anderson, one of the principles of the VWAP wave system is we don't anticipate, if that level kept working, we should keep trading the level until it doesn't work. It's high probability. You're not going to be right every time, but when a band is respecting it, we're in a downtrend. I mean, we did catch if you're scalping, that was a winning trade. These are 2-minute candles. it touched it to the tick. And it was almost 30 points, over 100 ticks. So it did work for anybody scalping. Now, if you're looking for 100-point moves, no, you probably wouldn't short it there. But if you're regularly catching 100-point moves, I'll sign up to your Discord.
US overnight SOFR rate for September 4th for 4.41% was the highest since July 1st as pressure built ahead quarter end.
It's much easier to catch 10, 20, 30-point moves at high probability locations than trying to catch 100-point bangers every day. $100 points, not 100 ticks, JP. 100 points. So with gold, since there's 10 ticks in every point, what is that, 1,000 ticks? Yeah. I mean, if there's a day to catch a 100-point move, today's the day. But we don't do this every day. And all of you guys, we all trade every day. So having a system that we can trade profitably every day that doesn't need a 100-point move is a much higher probability winning proposition for us. Unless you just wait for high volatility days and that's the only day you trade. I know most of you guys don't do that. We want to trade every day. We want to make money every day. So my FX trading says, how do I deal with Apex trailing drawdown? It definitely makes it more difficult. And I certainly probably blow them a little more frequently because of it. But scalping is a little more friendlier with the trailing drawdown accounts and trying to catch bigger moves. A little bit of the IB. If we break above this could be a good long. I can't wait. If this thing goes all the way back up here, or at least to here, I mean, you really got to go up another 100 points to be flat on to go back to where we opened. Wild. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but seems like a good place for short. So we have upper band again on the week. We have IB low. We also have this climax candle lower band all in the same spot and a low volume node. Right there. This is not my negativity. This is my objectivity. You know, what kind of instructor would I be if I let everybody just fall victim to their own confirmation bias? However, if you do break above this, we have a ledge of the distribution here at 666. So I would say that's another level to watch out for. Around here. Then it's RTH VWAP, session VWAP, low volume node, and we're off to the races. That was another test of the weekly upper band, wasn't it? We're down 40, almost 40 points from there. Short, JP? Oh, here comes some volume. Nice, Margaret. Did get some good levels out of it today. Dennis, I have ES right here, right up next to NQ. Side by side, candle by candle. It's not on my screen. I don't have any room for it. That's why I have multiple monitors, but I'm watching it right here. Looks like you can get the return to value. That looked like the back test. Chuck, nice call. I don't see anything beyond this. I see a ledge of this distribution. That's about it. Get the return to value. That looked like the back test. Chuck, nice call. I don't see anything beyond this. I see a ledge of this distribution. So, you know, if this is our distribution right here, all right, this is going to be the ledge. That's why I marked this red line there. All right, so that's in the mid 600s. 66, 660 to, I don't know, 680. So I would say it's this zone right here. Then we got RTH VWAP, session VWAP. Yeah, it's kind of the ledge of the distribution, Chuck. So if we escape this kind of value area that we formed, yeah, so Corey, you're going to want to use the lower time frames for the composites because it aggregates data and you lose the fine-tuned leveling. That's why there's a HD version of the profile, right? High definition profile. When checked, the script uses 1 minute data to calculate the profile, resulting in much greater precision. So the higher time frames, you lose precision on the composite. And you can see what it's doing by rendering the profile. So you got to turn off render and then turn off the session because you can't do both. And then you can look at what it's doing. And I'll go back less days because so we can easily see it.
And this game Carney says it's too early to come to conclusions on whether Canada will lift its 100% tariffs on Chinese-made EVs.
Right, so this is the 5 minute.
Treasury Secretary Bessent says the Fed must recommit to maintaining the confidence of the American people.
So you can see the low volume nodes it's plotting. So what it looks for are peaks and then the lowest volume node on each side of the peak. If you have a peak here and a peak here, this is the lowest volume node between here and here. Between this one and this one, this is the lowest volume node. Between this peak and this peak, this is the lowest volume node. For this peak, this and this.
Further from the Wall Street Journal piece, Bessent says there must be an honest and independent, non-partisan review of the entire institution, including monetary policy, regulation, communication, staffing, and research.
All right, guys. Well, not a bad Friday at all. You're welcome, Allie. I'm wrapping up here too. I'm gonna eat lunch and I got some other things to work on. I hope everybody had a great day. If you guys want to continue trading in the Discord, those of you in the premium can move on over to the trader lounge and the trading floor. Trader floor is if you're going to use your mic, try and stay on topic with setups and chart talk. If you want more casual banter, the trader lounge is the spot. That's financial juice, guys. That's up to the minute, up to the second breaking new financial news. And that's this. It's a squawk box.
It's still regarded as of the Wall Street Journal.
So, hope you guys had a good week. We'll make it another good week. This weekend we have Q&A, live Q&A on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So put it on your calendars if you want to attend. And then we'll be back. We might even have a crypto session tomorrow on a Saturday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Everybody have a great weekend. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Sonny. Thanks, Leonardo, Trader Mac, Veggie Ken, Josh. Appreciate it, guys. Have a great weekend, JP, Allie, Logger, Maxi Boy. Thanks, guys. Arginus, cheers. Good luck, guys. Manage your wrists, stay sharp, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for Q&A. Tag me in the Discord if you have any questions or need any help. I'm always around. Have a great weekend, guys.